All right. Hey, Janet, over there on TikTok. We're going to be talking a lot about photography today. Hey, everybody on YouTube, what's going on? Yes, today we have a lot to talk about. And before we get into it, we got some business to attend. All right. So with all that said, if you haven't followed me yet, shame on you. All right. Make sure everybody there on TikTok, come follow me, subscribe to me on YouTube right now. I'm streaming live on my Twitch. I am also on Facebook. That's right. Come on. And so I'm streaming all over the place today. That's right. And we're going to be talking a lot about photography as usual on Thursdays. I have cleared my schedule so that Thursdays again can be my streaming time. That's right. So I got my sound effects ready here. And if you want to hear my funky sound effects on TikTok, you got to come over to YouTube. Okay, that's kind of where it's really going down. And what is this? And so far, so good. Cool. We already have a comment. We got a comment in here. Oh, we got Anthony in the house. Come on. He said, I'm about to start some ish on these YouTube streets, you know? And here we go. Thank you, man. Really appreciate the support. Really do. If anybody has any questions, wherever you're watching me at right now, make sure you post them down below. If you're on Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube, your comments will show up right here in my StreamYard. And if you're not, if you're over here on TikTok, don't worry. I got my phone right here ready to go. That's right. Jesus, Neverfi, and Sean, we are streaming live right now. So post your comments. Okay, let's get down to some ugly stuff. All right. Let me see. Banners. Of course. Go ahead and follow me on all the socials. That's right. I'm over on Facebook at Robert Silver Photography. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Threads. I'm on TikTok, as I mentioned earlier, and I am on Twitter. Okay. So I'm on all these things, and I'm sure I'm on LinkedIn and a bunch of other crap. Okay. So if you ever get a second, feel free. Click the link down below to whichever platform you like aside from YouTube, and follow me there. All right. I'm really responsive on Instagram, and YouTube probably is the most. So if you post a comment, I'll get back to that really, really quick. I do want to let you know that, let's see here, that if you go to my website right now, go to my website, Robert Silver Photography. Well, after you watch the stream, let's be honest. When you go there, if you click on store, I am actually giving away a free portrait guide. It's free. All you got to do is put in your email, and you go here, free portrait guide. Look at that. And you can download my PDF, and I just share some basic tips and tricks to create professional portraits that really stand out. All right. It's a mini portrait guide that is free to all of you out there. All you got to do is put in your email and, add it to the cart and then put in your email. And then you get the PDF to download. Shout out to me. And shout out to you for supporting. All right. I got to get back to doing newsletters. I haven't done a newsletter in like a month or so. And just the way my schedule's been and the projects I'm up to, and it's just been really crazy. So I want to apologize ahead of time that I haven't been as consistent as I would like, because I finished wrapping up a short film, and then I had to edit it, and then we had a movie premiere just 2 weeks ago. So my life's been kind of busy, and now next week I start production in my next short film. Okay, because I'm crazy. That's right, I'm absolutely crazy. And but I love making films, even though they absolutely drive me nuts putting them together. Inside of my website, or you can also book a consultation if you need some photography mentorship. You go right here, and you could, if you need me to do a portfolio review with you, check out your website, etc. We could definitely do that. And whatever it may be, all right, whatever it is to help you better improve your photography skills or the marketing of your photography, that's what my mentorship programs are about. If you need that, if you need some professional advice, some serious critique to help level your game up, hit me up, schedule a consultation whenever you can. All right. So that's when you go to robertsonphotography.com, click on store, and then you can see what's happening. All right. See if something works out for you. Let's go on back here. All right. I want to thank everybody for tuning in so far. We have people coming in and out on TikTok, and then we also have people right here on YouTube. We got Mark Man in the house. What's going on, man? Good to see you. We got King Kruk in the house. And then he says, oh, the S1H is the Nikon ZR killer. Ooh, jeez. I think I have to hit him with this one. Wow. And we got Malcolm in the house, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. And I thought you'd come in later. So this is great. This is great, Mark, Malcolm. So this is real good. Let me turn up the lighting. It looks a little dark. There we go. A little better. Turn up this lighting, my overhead. There we go. There we go. Get some hair light action. See that there? Get that hair light action. That's what's really good about using LED tube lights. Like, they're great for hair light. They're great. Okay. So shout out to tube LED lights. Okay. Yeah. Now let's get to the first piece of, let's see here. Go over to there. Of course, if you haven't already, okay, this costs, it's $3.99 today, $3.99. Please smash that like, that share, and hit that bell icon. And most importantly, well, first, I think you're going to have to subscribe. All right. But either way, all of those features are free. And it really does help out, believe it or not. It really does help out. When you get to a certain point with your channel, like you stare through your analytics and you're like, how can I do better? What am I not doing right? Et cetera, et cetera. Well, that little small press of the like, that small little free subscribing to the channel actually helps out tremendously. All right. And thank you to all those who have been. Where are my media? Let's get down to that. Okay, looks like we covered all that. We covered this, we covered that. Let's talk about what I just saw a review of today. Okay, it's the Canon. Let me show it to you guys. Let me show it to you guys. Check out what just happened today. Check that out. Okay, we got the Canon R6 Mark III. That's right, the 3. Which Petapixel puts as the C50 makes it far less more compelling, which I could totally understand. I mean, some cameras are just too much camera, right? People have asked like, hey, should I do the Z6 III versus the ZR? And there are great use cases and arguments for both cameras. And honestly, it really comes down to what you plan to do with it. If you want to take more photos, then the Z6 III. If you want to really go hard and heavy into video, well, the ZR is your choice. So in this case, you're kind of getting that same argument right here, right? With the Canon R6 Mark III. First off, well, you're going to have stabilization, so that's a big thing, right? I couldn't believe that the Z50 didn't have it, but hey, you know, it is what it is. For $4,000, I'd like some IBIS. I'll tell you that right now. The Canon R6 III, so you have that. It is a lot cheaper. At least I assume it will be. Oh, here it is, an electronic viewfinder. That's the other big thing. You're going to get an electronic viewfinder from this one, which for a lot of people is going to be great. But if you're getting a C50, you aren't tripping about no stupid electronic viewfinder. You're using a monitor. You know, so that argument to me just never really made a whole lot of sense. Hey, everybody on TikTok, good to see you. Damn. Let me see if I have to. How does this TikTok thing? I'm still trying to figure out this TikTok thing. I tell you. So those are the two big use cases. Has anybody even looked at Canon? Am I the only one that like is even talking about it right now in my chat? Because I know a lot of you shoot Sony, Nikon, etc. Oh, here we go. Man, the Z6 III right now at this price is amazing. Yeah, the Z6 III is looking pretty righteous. Let me see, Nikon Z6 III. Ooh wee, ooh wee. Yes, look at this. Now this is look at this. That's pretty righteous, huh? Z6 III, $2,100. That's crazy. That is crazy. That's really good. Let's be honest. That's really nuts. Now that's a serious now that's a compelling question. ZR or Z6 III? I'll be quite honest. You can't go wrong with either, but definitely use cases are vastly different, like I explained earlier. But wow, $2,100. Ooh, you know what? I can't wait to see what Black Friday is going to give us. I think we're going to have a great Black Friday deals for cameras. Seriously. I'm hoping Blackmagic does something because I would love to get my hands on a Pixis 12K. Who else? Lenses. You're going to see a lot of great third-party deals for Black Friday. Bet your bottom dollar. It's definitely going to be on a Kraken. And I keep seeing rumors about that Pocket 4, so I could only imagine what goodness is about to erupt from DJI about a new Pocket. Maybe it's all rumors, I don't know, but I can't. Looks interesting. The new what is it? The so-called specs. It could be AI for all I know. All these posts, but it looks a little big. I don't know. I like the way the 3 is. Yeah, Mark, man, the R6 III looks amazing too. I think it could be best camera announcement this year. Wow. Well, let's go back and let's take a little look-see, okay? Let's go back and take a little look-see. We don't want to jump the gun on this one yet. So obviously, as we know, the C50 was $3,900. Felt like a pretty good deal at the time. Top handle was really unexpected. Yeah, that top handle was awesome. Let's see here. The good cameras has many things, but I'm gonna say the lack of IBIS. Yeah, that's the thing for me. For $4,000 and the lack of IBIS is like, I'm not sure why they did that. When so many other cameras can do a lot of what that camera could do for less. That was my gripe about that. Let me see here. Does it say anything in particular? Oh yeah, so also has IBIS EVF, but it also helps that Canon knocked $1,000 off the asking price with the R6 Mark III versus the C50. So that already lets you know that most people are probably going to lean toward the R6 III versus the C50 for sure. For most people, that's all they need. And you're probably going to get a few extra features that really matter. EVF, IBIS, cheaper price. So I can totally see that. Now, I have never really shot with Canon, but I've been tempted. I've been tempted a couple of times in the past. To check out that Canon system. But honestly, economically, like, that system doesn't make as much sense to me in the long run. And what I mean by that is the firmware updates aren't as regular as like Nikon and Lumix. There's definitely not as much lens support, third-party lens support as Sony for sure. And even Nikon has gotten better at releasing their mount to other third parties. And same with Lumix, right? With the L-mount alliance. So it doesn't make a long-term sense for me. And their lenses are fantastic from everything I've seen, but they're expensive as sheesh. Okay. So that's the gripe for me. Otherwise, system wise, you already know they're gonna produce great images, great video for sure. Hey Roy, good to see you. Good to hold on, gotta get my sound effect. There we go. Yeah, good to see you. Mark Rand said African American Friday. Yeah, that Black Friday. Yeah. I'm factoring the price too. Yeah, that's the thing too. Fajar, good to see you from the other side of the globe. And we have Roy. Back in the 80s, Canon had good AF and Nikon didn't. I nearly changed. I know. It's funny how things have, like, how things come full circle, right? It's really funny how that happens, but it did. Hey, everybody there on TikTok. If you want to join the conversation, hear more of what's going on, I'm here on YouTube as well. I am on Twitch, and I'm not sure what I really don't understand Twitch, but I'm on there, and I'm streaming live on my Facebook page. Okay, he said, oh, I'm exactly, I am too, because Nikon ended up doing some things. Oh, look at that. Okay. So if anybody comments from Facebook or Twitch, they'll show up on my feed here. That's pretty dope. I remember it used to not be that way. StreamYard has definitely stepped its game up. That's why I had to sign back up. They definitely stepped their game up. If you're thinking about streaming or anything like that, StreamYard is a very easy platform to understand, set up. It's pretty dumb. It's pretty, how can I say, safe. Like, you can't really go wrong with it. But all these streaming shit costs bank. I'm not sure if people know that. Let me see here. Can I do that? Oh, that's cool. Can I do this? Oh, that's cool. Let me see if I do big. There we go. I like that. How do you guys like that? I could change up the comment stage there. So your names pop up. King Kruk, I did not get the Pixis 12K yet. You know what I have been seeing? Pixis 6K on sale. I saw a Pixis 6K, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago, for $2,500. And it really got me thinking. I was like, if I do a Pixis 6K, but then if that 12K becomes more available, so that's my thing. But I definitely want that Pixis 12K. That's like that I think would keep me going for some time. I really wish these stupid tariffs weren't on all these products, because I'm paying literally an extra $5,000 that they didn't initially want me to pay, essentially. They'll take it, of course, but I initially was like, wow, $5,000. I might have to just hurry up and do it. But that extra $500 is now boosting the camera after taxes close to $6,000. I'm like, oh, let me think about this, for a second. But that Pixis 12K, the color, the features, I'm like, oh my God, I could record my films. It would be great. It would be great to have it. If you keep waiting, you're going to end up with the Ursa 17K. Yeah, you're right about that, man. But honestly, I think the 12K is such a perfect price. I haven't seen anything for that price for a cinema camera that really rivals it. I would love to dig into specs and really see what else it offers internally. That's why I'm really itching for this Lumix S1H Mark II. It's gotta be better. It's gotta be 8K. The Lumix S1H II has to be 8K minimum. That's just my prediction. Can't do this 12K crap. It has to crush. Forget 7K. Go right to 8K. Let's see here. Look at, we got everybody looking good, caught up. What? Oh. Having an issue with Facebook. We'll keep trying and let you know if it's resolved. Please check Facebook. Okay, all right. Or remove the destination from the stream and then add it. The heck is going on with the Facebook stream? Let me check my Facebook stream, everybody. This is madness. Madness, all this technology. If you guys see here, let me see if you can see. I have another angle now. If you're on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, you can see two angles. Obviously, on TikTok, I just have the direct angle right here, but I actually got two angles. We're gonna go to camera B. Let's go to camera B, folks. Hey, check that out. So we got the top-down angle. Okay. Let me see if my top-down angle is working here. There we go. Top-down angle. Hey. Okay. Let me know what you guys think about that top-down view. This is so when I could do unboxings and, hey, look at the water I'm drinking. You know? Matter of fact, we could talk about this right now. Yeah. Thank you, Kid Crook. Yeah, with the production side. Man, I'm always trying to step it up. I really am. I'm like it's just me here, one-man army. So you can see right here, yeah, I gotta get it. This is like I'm using a little camera. This thing is killing me. Got the I got the Z6 III, and then right here I have this 7 Artisans 35mm f1.8 lens. I'm taking it out all this weekend. I will be shooting it, testing it, everything, and you'll be seeing this review next week. Okay. Oh shoot, I make a film next week. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna figure out time to edit this damn thing and get this video out as soon as possible. Okay. I can't wait to show you what I could do with this setup right here. This is all I'm gonna bring with me tomorrow. Me and Derek are going to go out on a hike and stuff. This is all I'm bringing. So, yeah, we're going to do some street stuff and then some landscape stuff. And I'm hoping to work with a model on Saturday and shoot some more stuff with this lens. So, full review of that lens coming soon. So, there you go. Back to camera A. So, there you go. You know, with the little production design. You know, got the top down, got everything. It's kind of cool. I got to get a better camera for up top, though. That's the only stickler is I need a really solid camera up top. Let's see here. Fajar says, I can finally see why people are having this Z50 mm f1.2s. It's an amazing piece, but it's not for my arsenal at the moment. After 4 times renting it, I could say it's a great lens. Yeah, it's a phenomenal lens. It's not for everybody. I could live and die by it. But I'm sure you know why. It's a great piece of glass. It's ironically, as a 1.2 glass, it's one of the lighter ones, right? The 85 is phenomenal, but it is definitely bigger. But okay, well, it to each his own, right? Yeah, I do love that lens. Where the heck is that? Oh, I think it's in my bag. And then Mark said, I bought it. It's amazing, but extremely heavy. Yes, it is. If you think that thing's heavy, that 85 one too. Now that's got some weight. The Nikon 85 one too. That's a heavy piece of glass right there. All right, that for sure is. Oh yeah, I agree, Roy. Yeah. That 51.2 is phenomenal. It really is. I'd never complain using it, and I always hit my shots using that lens. And for those on TikTok, we're talking about the Nikon Z50 f1.2 lens. Phenomenal. It's a chef's kiss. Okay. Now let's get to, let me see if I have any other news, general news or anything like that. Okay, no, Sigma, no. No, not really. Let's get to the main event, okay? Let's get to the arguing part. Wow, it's fascinating how my there we go. Let me adjust my ISO here. There we go. Much better. All right, let's get to the main event, shall we? Yes. Good. Now we're going to get to this bad boy here. Let's go over the latest updated rumors for the Panasonic. That's right. The Panasonic Lumix S1H Mark II. You know, I had to hit that explosion button because we're about to upset some folks. Okay. Last time I did a what if these rumors were real, I swear at least 20% of them, of the comments were people saying this is BS. What a waste of time. I hate your video. This bull. And I was like, this is it. We're just speculating. It's just all speculation. Let's just have fun with it. But wow, some people really took it to heart. Okay. And we're going to do so yet again ourselves. So let's check out this. Now, this mock-up picture was made by somebody on Reddit. Okay, this has nothing to do with a sneaky peeky picture or anything. Someone just made this up, probably through AI and whatnot. You know, it kind of looks like a Sony / Nikon body with the exterior of a feel of a Lumix camera. You know, they just basically removed the EVF. You know, but nonetheless, let's just say this is what it may look like. What do you think about the body design? If this was real, what do you think? Okay. What do you think about this body design? If it was, because obviously we're seeing a trend here with camera bodies like this. You have the C50, you have Sony, obviously. You have who is it? The ZR. So when I saw this rendering made by somebody from Reddit, I was like, well, I mean, something like that is possible. Something like that is possible to look like this. Okay. Would I be upset? A little bit. I would be, because some of you know, King Kruk, I want a box style camera. And granted, the S1H, which I do have, hold on, everybody. Let me go get that S1H for you. All right. It is. All right. Here we go. So here we are with the S1H. This is the one I bought back in like 2020. And it's a phenomenal camera. Image quality, stunning. It records like, I think the bit depth, it's like bit rate, whatever, is like 400 megabits a second. It gives you a lot of good color in this bad boy. 6K, full frame, open gate. Obviously, it's definitely long in the tooth compared to technology you would get from a lot of cameras nowadays for half the price, right? This was $4,000 when it first was released, and it was actually Netflix approved. So if you made a film project, that's why I got it, because it was Netflix approved. So therefore, the quality, the color, etc., meets their expectations, right? Full HDMI. And I love this. It still has, to me, among the best back screen. You can go like this. You could go like this. Twisty, turny, and never hurt or never touch the HDMI port. That's why I liked it so much. You got the HDMI, and you could twist and turn this thing all day. And it has a fat fan in it. You can see that fan right here. And, oh, shoot. What am I doing, guys? I'm so sorry. Let's go like this. Right here. And this thing keeps on ticking. Unlimited record time, 4K, 60 frames, unlimited recording. It's a great camera, you know. The more I think about it, it's really a good camera. If I ever got a Pixis or a S1H Mark II, this bad boy would be a phenomenal B cam. That's for sure. It still has phase detect autofocus. That is a huge major, wow, you know, that right there. Okay. Phase detect autofocus is about as reliable as a sniper with 2 blind eyes. Okay. So if you manual focus, use anamorphic, manual lenses, stuff like that, you can't go wrong with this camera. It's freaking awesome. It still holds a heavy price though. That's the thing. But I want a box style camera myself. That's just me. That's what I want. I want a box style camera for it. Let's go back. So here we are. We do have, let's see, do we have anything? Oh yeah. Okay. I got you. Now let's see here. Let's look over some of these specs, shall we? All right, here we are. Look at these specs. There we go. Jesus. Freaking ads. Let's take a look at the specs. So first and foremost, 24 megapixel full frame stack sensor, ultra fast video optimized, virtually zero rolling shutter, which I think if anybody could do that, can be Panasonic for sure. Especially if it's full frame stacked, not partially stacked. That could be pretty dope. Eminem, good to see you guys. Good to see everybody on here. Who is this? Okay, right on. Next thing is 15 plus stops of cinematic dynamic range, which I think is about average of what you're going to get right now out of prosumer video cinema cameras, quite honestly. And then we have internal, it says next gen Vlog 3 HDR hyperlog gamma for true varicam color science. And that's another thing that I wish Panasonic and Lumix like promoted more, was the fact that their color science, they basically plucked the varicam, their, what is it, commercial cinema line varicam. They plucked that sensor and color science and dropped it into the S1H. So, and I think that's what helped it also become Netflix approved, was that this S1H had that varicam color science and sensor in here. So you could put this as a B cam to the varicam. For those that don't know, it's like a RE or something like that. It's up there, those kind of lines. So that's cool. And it has a next gen Vlog. So I wonder how much more detail you can get out of that Vlog. It was Vlog 3. And then internal raw power. So you have ProRes RAW, which it's got to have that internal. No more to an external recording crap. Too many cameras for much cheaper price can do it. I'm glad. Let's just say if this was real, just in case, if it's real, this is good. So ProRes RAW, Cinema DNG, up to 5.8K, 60 frames, no recorder needed. Very cool. Now, that's actually pretty nice. Cinema DNG. I'm curious what that is. It's probably like, like when they had the Cine D, Cine, and all that other stuff. The other color profiles they used that were like give you some latitude, but not all the latitude of a RAW or Vlog. So Cinema DNG up to 5.8K at 60 frames. Now, if it's 5.8K and it doesn't give us 8K, please to God, no more cropping. No more cropping. I am so tired of cropping at 4K 60, 4K 120, all that. I'm done. So next thing is extreme frame rates, the fast stuff, the slow-mo. 5.8K, 120 frames, full frame. And then it says 4K up to 240 frames. And then full HD at 480 slow motion. Now, I believe Panasonic can do that. I believe they could do that. Let me get to what I can do with slow-mo. Let me see what I could do on this for slow-mo. I say that because variable frame rate. Okay, so let's just go down here. Variable frame rate. And Panasonic. Oh yeah, so even on the old S1H, I can go up to 180 frames in HD. So for it to be able to do 480 by now, 6 years later, I can totally see that being a real thing. Okay. Now, I'm not sure. It's got to have a hell of a fan. That's for damn sure. If you're going to be able to push 5.8K at 120 frames a second, got to have a hell of a fan, even a 4K at 240 frames. But, these are all speculations. Who knows? Who knows if this is real? Just saying. You also have a professional codecs of a 10-bit 422, all interlaced, internal ProRes 422 HQ and LT, and external B-RAW and RAW. So maybe that's what it is. If you want ProRes RAW, then you're gonna have to external and B-RAW. I like the fact that you could do B-RAW, and that means you could put this together. You could put it with, or actually a lot of Lumix cameras could do B-RAW external now. And then you could use that as a B cam for a Pixis 6K, Pixis 12K, etc., and still work it within that, include it in the workflow, which is real dope. That's pretty good. Unlimited recording, advanced active cooling, built for all day productions. Now, Panasonic has been doing 4K unlimited, whether it be 24 or 30 frames, and now 60 frames for some time now. And I don't think they get their just dues. They have always had like long extended video production days in mind. So that's really cool if this could still maintain that, and it should, because the S1H can. So the second version should be able to definitely do it. Now, the next one says next gen IBIS, 8 stops of 5-axis image stabilization, and it still has active IS for hand holding cinema shots. That mode right there, which is in the S5 II, GH6, GH7, S5 II X, and any new cameras, that active AI is active IS, is nuts. If you hold it, it will look like you're on a monopod. It's crazy good, especially if again, hand holding your rig. Next gen, it will have dual CF Express Type B, plus you can record to an SSD drive for redundancy. That's cool. Hybrid AF evolution, so lightning fast phase detect autofocus with rock solid subject tracking in any condition. Well, I'm sure we're going to put that through the test for those who can get their hands on this camera. But I can honestly say that the S1H, to have phenomenal phase detect autofocus in that caliber, is going to be fantastic, because they've had all these years to really improve on its tracking and the firmware, that I no doubt think it's going to be a phenomenal buy. It's definitely going to have better autofocus than, a Pixis, let's be honest, which is great. I think that's one area I wish the Pixis really was like, screw it. Let's put in some phenomenal phase detect autofocus for those people who are shooting by themselves. Let's see here. We have cinematic audio. So it's going to have 32-bit float recording, optional XLR adapters, which I own one. I own the first gen, and dual professional grade preamps, which is really, really, really good. Panasonic's had generally really good preamps within their cameras. I remember enjoying how well it records audio with the GH5. So that's really cool. But most important is that 32-bit float recording built in. It's going to be on-set monitoring tools like real-time LUTs, which I like using. Matter of fact, I'm going to be using real-time LUTs on Saturday. And then we have a waveform, vector scope, anamorphic D-squeeze. So we know we're going to get anamorphic support when it comes to Lumix, as they have been giving us for quite some time. I'm wondering if you're gonna get false colors in there. I would love to have that from the S1 Mark II. Drag that in here too. I'm sure it will be in there. The false colors for sure. And then we have Cine first body design. So a fully articulating screen, no EVF, and weather sealed compact form. And this is a mock-up of what the top of it would look like. What do you think about the way the top of this camera looks? So it looks like 3/4 inch 20 screws, 3 of them up top, kind of like a Sony FX design. A little flick of the switch there. And from here, you know, being from what you see on this fake mock-up, you have 2 big old red record buttons in the front and up top by the shutter. I've always liked that Panasonic put a couple controls right here by the shutter button. So you have the white balance and ISO that gives you quick access to it if you're hand holding. But ultimately, like a stripped down makeup of most of the Lumix cameras out right now, minus the EVF, and inserting some of these screw holes. Me, I like a cage, so I'd throw a cage on it in a heartbeat. Like soon, if I bought it, I'd buy the cage at the same time myself. And that is it. Okay, that is it right there. Let me see here. We do have some comments. First is, okay, facts. I still use it and plan on using it for video too. Oh yeah, the 50. Yeah, that's the way to go, brother. A cam switch. Yep, I got that ATEM. What is this? The ATEM Mini Pro cam switch. Thing's badass, you know. Hello. Hello. It's pretty cool. It adds a little bit of spice to the production, right? And then if I'm like looking at something and I could do this, let's be honest, but this is pretty cool too. Like, oh, there, look at that. Oh, it's a remote. Oh, you know. Contrast, detect, autofocus. Yeah, that's the killer of the S1H. And the camera I have up here is contrast detect also. This right here, this is contrast. And that's why I like, let me see if it'll look at this. Let's see how we can mess up my camera here. Okay. Yeah, see? It doesn't even want to. There you go. It's trying. It's trying. Oh, boy. Woo-wee. But if I just leave it, like this looks cool, you know? So I got to replace that camera when I can. That's for sure. Let's see here. Do we have anything else? The S1H has the same sensor as the S1, S5, S5 II, S5 Mark IIX, and S1 2E. It just has an optical, low pass filter, 100%. But the I'll tell you one thing, the quality you get out of it's still stunning. Still stunning. Oh, look who we got in the house. Good to see you. And then do you adapt your L lenses to your Z? I do not. Okay. I do have a set of C-Ru lenses that you could take out the rear element and then switch it to L mount or switch it back to Z mount or even E mount. But outside of that, I do not. When I buy a lens for a system, I buy it for that system and I don't do the whole adapter stuff too much. Because I get real picky about I get really picky when it comes to the performance. And if it's going to be manual, I'll just shoot it manual and buy it for that purpose, for that system. I don't know. I'm just really picky that way. Oh, we got somebody from Twitch in the house. Yeah. Better viewers, streambo.com. Remove the space. Okay, I'll check them out. Mark Man says, all right, I have to go. Y'all, these kids, private practice. Good night. Hey, man, thanks for showing up. Definitely appreciate that. Very much so. And then what else is there? Okay, looks like we're looking good. Looks like Jeremy. Yep. We're looking pretty good. We're looking real good. So what did you think about those specs, or at least the most updated rumors of the specs of the S1H Mark II? Do you think, let me ask this question in particular. Okay, this is the question. Would you think that S1H Mark II, will it be the Sony FX killer people keep mentioning? If those were the specs and they were real, we're just playing hypothetical here. If they were real, do you think those specs would be the kind of specs that would shake up the industry within that product line, right? So we're talking like $3,000 to $4,000 camera. Do you think that pretty much, if you were thinking about an FX3, would you consider an S1H Mark II if those specs were real? Let me know. Post your comments. Oh, Malcolm says yes, but not the FX3 Mark II. Uh-oh. That's what would happen for sure, Malcolm. Like soon as they announced that, all of a sudden a month later, the FX3 Mark II would pop out. Ooh-wee. Our wallets are never safe with these companies. They're always trying to up each other, and it makes us want to jump on something. Oh, he said it may be the ZR killer. Uh-oh. Don't say that out loud, okay? Don't say that out loud. Don't say it out loud. Don't jinx yourself now. I think that with specs like this, it would definitely consider people. It will definitely move or keep some people within the Lumix system. I think they should do what they did last time. Well, actually, you want me to be honest? I want a nice box camera from Lumix so bad. That'd be great. That's the only reason why I haven't jumped on a Pixis bandwagon yet, because I'm waiting to see about the stupid S1H Mark II. This camera right here, this thing here is a beast when it comes to quality. The S1H, the first version, it's awesome. I have zero issues with it. Well, I do. I mean, I have the autofocus issues with it, but if I don't have the autofocus, the camera is phenomenal. So I'd love to get an updated version. And for me, I'll get the box, kind of like the B1. What is it? The BS1G or something or other, like that camera. What is it called? Let's call it. Jeez, let's see. Lumix BS1H, I think it's called. Yeah, the BGH1. BGH1. That little box camera, which is basically the S1H as a box camera. Oh, wait, that's a BG. That's like a GH. No, what is the other one? It's called BS. It's there you go. BS1H. Excuse me. That was totally my bad. My bad. BS1H. Full frame box style. Yeah, let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it, everybody. Check this out. Right here. All right. Now, it's still $3,000. Jeez, what a gee whiz. I tell you. BS1H full frame box style live in cinema camera. I wanna something like this. A V-mount plate would be nice, but you could get an adapter. But look, you know, got SDI out, time code in out. Shoot, this thing's awesome. I'd want something like this if possible. I have a monitor for it. That's not an issue. You know, that's all I want. But something better than this thing, obviously. Something more updated. 10-bit 4K, cinema 4K. I forgot what the 12-bit RAW via HDMI out. If we do internal, that would be awesome. I like that. Anyway, but this thing's like 6 years old. So who cares about looking at the specs now? I'm just looking at the body type. That little thing can fit everywhere. It looks smaller. It looks more compact than the a Red Komodo, quite honestly. It looks more compact than that. But either way, I would like that. I'd like something like that at least. You know? So now back to the specs. Is 5.8K enough? Is 5.8K enough for an Lumix S1H Mark II right now? I think I'm still gonna stand on my square. That's what I think. I think they should go straight to 8K, so that there isn't a rebuttal from the Z8 or Z9. And what I mean by that is that if you want higher resolution, you get ProRes RAW internal. You could get that from the Z9 or Z8. We already know the S1H Mark II is going to be open gate. It's going to be, it will have anamorphic support. That's for sure. So it would have that much more of an edge. Now, if it allows you to do, even the Z6 III lets you do 6K, 60 frames, I bet. So with that said, yeah, hold on. There we go. And pull up these specs here. Yeah, 6K, 60 frames, internal RAW recording. I'd want better specs than this camera. It's got to have better specs than the Z6 Mark III. That's for sure. Because it does all that flawlessly. Dual card slots, high res zoom. Yeah, it does all that. So therefore, I would want S1H Mark II to do this and better. Right? Phase detect autofocus, and it does. Look at this. See, even this Z6 III does 240 frames at HD. So when these specs say 480 frames, it's not that far off. I honestly think it could do it. I think it's very possible. And then since the Z6 III could do 4K 120 frames, granted there's a crop, if this could do 4K 120 with zero crop, it's a winner chicken dinner in my book. Okay. What else is there that I think it should definitely carry or be better than the Z6 III? Let's look at the ZR though. Look at the ZR. Here, I'll show you guys right here. Cool. And then all right. So 15 stops dynamic range. That's about what the supposed S1H Mark II spec said. And it says dual base ISO, but Panasonic's had dual base ISO since, I believe, the GH5 at least. So that's not an issue. You already know I'll have it. It talked about having a 32-bit flow audio. It may not have the same big touch screen, which is great. But in the long run, it won't hold me back. It won't hold me back because I have monitors. I have an external monitor. I just connected to external monitor, and I'm good to go. Now I have 5-inch touchscreen. It's while the ZR is incredibly light, it says 1.18 pounds, which is crazy. I'm just trying to see like what other major tech is in it that the S1H has to rival against. 24 megapixel image, 12-bit. Let me see here. Yep, yep, yep. Nothing terribly outstanding. Aside that, obviously it does red NF color files or the video files. No, 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 no. Yeah, that's yeah. So aside from it being able to do red files, in camera LUT support, Panasonic can do that. I think you could load like 39 of them or something. Dual base ISO, you're gonna get that. Shutter angle, Ben had that. So I think it definitely will smash the ZR. Look at powerful in-body stabilization up to 7.5. I'm pretty sure this will have 8 or 8 plus. You have the red color science. The S1H will have the Varicam color science. 32-bit flow audio. They both have that. Here's the big difference, though. Here's the big difference. The big difference is this right here. It's called the price. That S1H Mark II will probably be like $4,000. That's for sure. Now, is that a bad price? It all depends on, how much of these rumors is real. It depends even if they release this camera, but they need to. They need to in my book. Will it be $2,100 like the ZR? Absolutely not. So that's the one area that will, when people say, is it a ZR killer? That it's really a bad comparison, because that price difference is night and day. It's literally 50% more if it stays at that $4,000 price. So what the heck is going on here? Oh, why did it do that? Oh, TikTok is interesting. Had me do this puzzle thing right there. Crazy. Oh, okay. Anyway, so that right there makes it stand alone, and actually I think protects the ZR, because many people will more likely have $2,020 or $2,100 for it versus bumping up twice as much to $4,000 for the S1H Mark II. If they want to be competitive, I think they should keep it around $3,500, a little bit more than the S1 II, SR2, well, S1 II, if anything. $4,000. Now you're creeping into certain territories that this camera would have to be fucking rocking on all cylinders. It would have to be zero crop at 4K 60, zero crop at 4K 120. That's just my opinion. Because for $4,000, you could look at the Pixis 12K, get zero crop, 12K. Hello. Okay. And that's for $1,000 more on top of that. That's just the way I'm looking at it. So it's got to do zero crop, even if it's only up to 6K, but zero crop, and 32-bit anamorphic open gate. I mean, that does sound like it has accoutrements of everything we've been yelling at other brands about. And if it has false color internally, that's pretty sweet. I wonder why a lot of brands don't have that, but that's pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Let's see here. Oh, J-Rod. Yeah. And then we have, I'm comparing S1H II against a cinema camera. Well, that's why okay. Well, technically they call the ZR a cinema camera. I think it's just a nice mirrorless camera that's stripped down to do video with red files, I think what would be a nice, well, C50 for sure, FX3 for sure, and even Pixis 6K, maybe 12K-ish arena, like those kind of cameras. I'm thinking cameras that are $3,000 to $5,000. that are actual dedicated video cameras, film cameras. I think that's where those kind of cameras you should be comparing it to. At least I will be the FX3, the C50, etc. Okay, that's just me. Malcolm says no 8K minimum. Yeah, I think it should have 8K. That's just me. Just to show that they can and that you could record it. Now, just because I have a Z8 and I never shoot in 8K. Heck to the no, right? The file size and what am I shooting it for? Unless it's for like a paid client that really wants that or a film project. And I've yet to have done more than 6K for a film project. You'll be fine. Malcolm says, I think we will see the next Sony have an 8K sensor with the excellent low light capabilities of the current 12 pixel sensor. Now, see, that's why I keep saying the S1H should have at least 8K for that very same reason. That's my opinion. Is that I already know like 6K is going to be the 4K of what 4K was 5 years ago. Hold on, where's my water? What the heck? Oh, there it is. So like every camera is going to be able to do 6K pretty easily. But that's why I said it should future-proof itself and go straight to 8K. Just my opinion. That's just the way I feel. And you know they create great heat dispersion. They have great in-body fans. So I already know Panasonic should be able to keep up with mitigating the overheating issues. That's why I was wondering, like with the S1 II, why it had those issues. I was like, why would you have those issues? You've never had those issues. You've always been able to proudly promote unlimited record time, and then now we have it in this camera that has phenomenal specs and a small footprint. I almost quickly bought the S1 II, but that overheating issue got me nervous. So I was like, you know what? I'll just wait a little longer. I'll eventually get the Pixis, but I wanted a second camera for a project. Let's see here. 480 full frame would be impressive. Yeah, but you're absolutely right. It'll be full frame, but it'll be HD though, more than likely. Like Nikon does 240 and it's at HD. And the S1H does 180 at HD, but that was at 2000 or 2019 when it came out. And then I thought that was a big old bottle of vodka. Ha! Yeah, brother, that's the kind of party we're throwing here, right here. Vodka time. You know, vodka time. Sometimes it's vodka time. No, it's just water. Yeah. You know, I'd be if I bought the S1 Mark II and have it here to show you guys, it's celebration time, okay? There won't be water in this thing. That's for sure. Let's see here. All right. So it looks like we're doing good. Hey, Malcolm, you wanted to get on board? You want to jump on, brother? Let me know. You're down to jump in? It's totally fine. Exactly. Give me exactly. If it was, brother, I'd be sharing. Trust me, sharing is caring. I wish I could. Shoot, what I wish I could do is smoke my cigar on during these live streams. Quite honestly, maybe once I move, I can smoke a cigar in this my creative space here. That'd be cool. But can't smoke in these apartments. Hell to the no. Okay, can't do it. Can't do it. Let's see here. Can I do? Okay, cool. All right, I'll give you a minute. Let me know when you're good, and we'll get this party started. Okay. Let's see here. Uh, what other little things? Who is ready? Let me ask you guys this. Are you excited for Black Friday? Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about this right now. All right, next question up. Are you excited for Black Friday deals? Come on. Okay. Let me know. Who is excited? I can tell you this guy with two thumbs is, and I'll tell you why. If you've been following, I don't know if you've been following, but like noticing on Amazon, there've been a lot of sneak peek like price drops. There was that price drop already on the S1 II, I believe. Let me see here. Let's go to it. Lumix is always staying competitive with these kind of things, and they're already like gearing up. Let's see, what was it? Oh, it was the Lumix S5 2X. Okay, the Lumix S5 Mark II. You get a body alone. Ooh wee! You get the body alone. S5 Mark II. 1797. Whoa! And you could get the Lumix S5. Check this out, everybody. You guys, oh boy, I tell you. Look at this thing. You get the Lumix S5 Mark II X, which will give you 5.8K ProRes externally, internally, and then raw over HDMI for only $2,000. So you get that. This is right in line with that Z6 Mark III, actually. The only thing is this will have better image stabilization by far, and it will have a lot more cool features internally. Okay. There's a lot of cool internal features. One is one is that S5 Mark IIX is going to be open gate, and it will be it will have anamorphic support. So if you just need a solid full frame phase hybrid autofocus, great tech, 422 10-bit recording. You know what? $1,700 get you in the door. Save some money. I saw this last week for $1,500. That's what I was hoping to find. Oh, here it is. If you're, I don't know if you already have L mount, but look, the body alone, $1,497. Damn. 25% off for the Lumix S5 Mark II. I will still put my name on this camera. It's a phenomenal camera. It's like that little engine that could. And what I mean by that is that people don't expect how much great footage you could get out of this camera and what's packed into it, the tech that's packed into it. They just dropped another firmware update October 20th for this camera and a few others. So they're still paying attention to this camera. For $1,500. You're not going to, I would like to know what kind of camera, full frame, open gate, anamorphic support camera you're going to get better than this for $1,500. Okay. That's a great deal. That's really, really good. I would like to feel free to comment down below, comment on TikTok. I don't know if you're going to find this one. This one's a goodie. Let's check out some other goodies. What I think that let's see here. Let's come back to here again. The question is, are you excited for Black Friday deals? I'm going to be looking at Panasonic for sure. See what they got. But I want that S1H Mark II. So they're making me angry here. Did you get that Lumix S5 Mark IIX at the same price as the S5 II was brand new? You get it now for $2,000. Only thing is, what at $2,000 would make me not want to get this camera, but another one. Well, you have to do RAW over HDMI for those who actually absolutely need ProRes RAW. You do get ProRes, but you don't get ProRes RAW. That'd be the only gripe against that camera. Oh, and the crop at 4K 60. I'm always gonna pick on cameras that do that. Let me see here. Yeah, that's one deal. What are other deals? I've saw a couple of deals on cameras that were doing quick little drops, quick little, what do you call it? Sales drops. Let's take a look. It was like 1 day only deals. Oh, 13% off if you need the 24 to 120 f4 lens. 13% off. Jeez. That's actually a really solid piece of glass. Now, it's plastic construction, etc., but that's a really sharp lens. Very versatile. If you shoot video with Nikon, this lens is great. This lens is great for $1,000. Dang. It used to be, before the tariffs, it used to be around this full price with the tax. It used to be 9 something. Anywho, $996 right now. That's a solid piece of glass. Whether it be photos or videos, just a good wide angle telephoto zoom. 24 to 120. You can't. That's a tried and true focal length. All right, let's see what other kind of madness there is. 24 200. There was like it was something earlier that was like, it showed me a bunch of 1 day deals or something. It was nuts. There's a bunch of cameras. That's what I was trying to look for. What are the best deals? Oh, same day. No, that's same day delivery. Holiday deals. Oh, this is just regular bullshit. You know, who needs this crap? I guess people could say that about us with our cameras. Who needs this crap? See more deals? Can this be it? Oh, look at this. Okay. Now we're in there. 22% off. Z6 III. Oh, that must be with the lens? Oh, body only. $2,100. Never mind. Dang, that's because of that tariff. Because I could have sworn it wasn't $26.99 for full price when it first came out. Hell no. Ooh-wee. Yeah, see, you got to watch out for those deals where you're like, damn, that's the normal price. Oh, you get a Z7 II, $18.96. I'm not sure how much of a good deal that is right now. I just get the Z8. But that is a third of the price off. 35, 14, 576. What is that? 15% off. So that's cool. Wow, look at that. Look at this camera. I bought it for $5,500 when it first came out. It was $5,500. A phenomenal camera. $5,500, and dang, now it's at $5,900. Yowzers, those taxes, the tariffs. Golly. Now this camera is a beast of beasts. It's like a what do you call it? Silverback gorilla camera. Like, this thing is just gonna come at you. Let's see what else is there that's pretty interesting. Alpha 7.4. Oh, A7 IV full frame, $2,198. 24% off. You know, when you see that, it says 24% off, and you know the tariffs, they increased the price with the tariffs. It's probably more like, I don't know, 20% off. You know what I mean? It makes it look like a lot. Like, ooh, 20, not 20, I'm more like 10% off. But you're like, ooh, 24%. Yeah, well, do the math and take off the tariff and all this other stuff. You know, 7K oversampled, 430, 10 bit, 4K 30, 10 bit, 422. Oh, it does up to 4K 60, 10 bit, 422. Okay. I just never got into Sony. I don't know why. I don't know why. Just never really appealed to me. I understand why people liked it. I think it was because it's almost fail proof kind of a system, you know, with the autofocus and everything else, nice color and everything. I don't know why. I just never did. There have been some systems where I was like, oh yeah, I'd mess with that, like Fuji, right? Um, I've even considered Canon, and obviously, you know, I like Lumix and Nikon, but I don't know why I just never really got hooked onto the Sony hype. I remember that hype was like, what was it? The late 2010s. Everybody was, or 10 teens, whatever you want to call it. People were like, you know, they were jumping ship. People were, that was the rumor. Who jumped ship next to Sony? I remember that. That was funny. Oh, okay, Malcolm. Here you go. Can I? Let me see. I should have you right here. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Awesome. Boom. Join the stream. All right, Malcolm. I'm gonna email you right now. Check your email. Boom. Check your email, Malcolm, and then you should be able to jump on the stream, brother. Okay. We're gonna wait for let me see if I have any. Oh, I don't. I was gonna look for something to play while we wait for Malcolm. No. Let's see. Do I have that? Oh boy, they added all sorts of stuff to this StreamYard since I last used it. It's crazy. I'm still getting used to everything. That's the banners. In the meantime, please feel free to go ahead and smash that like. All right. Make sure you go do that. It'll be the nice thing to do. And it's free 99 today. So smash that like, that share, to subscribe, and yes, hit the bell icon so you get notifications for my upcoming content. I have a video that will be released. I believe I'm going to do it Saturday. So you don't want to miss out on that. It's an awesome photo shoot. And all natural light photography, no flash or anything. And I would like to see what you think about it. So make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so when my video goes live, you can check it out. I do plan on, what am I doing tomorrow? Am I going? No, I'm not going to stream tomorrow during anything, but I will record BTS because tomorrow I will be reviewing this bad boy right here. The 7 Artisan 35 mil f1.8 lens. For those over in TikTok, I'll be reviewing this. If you want to see, oh, enjoy the gym behind the scene on YouTube. Okay. I will be reviewing this lens tomorrow, putting it all through its paces. We're going to be filming for like half the day. And so you definitely want to see that video, and you're going to have to subscribe so that you will get a notification that that video is live. Malcolm, did you see that link? Let me know. I wish I could. Can I message, delete comment, put user time? But oh no, I don't want to do that to him. I sent you the link. Check your email. You should have gotten it. Let me see. I don't see any response, so he should have gotten it. So you could join this stream. Oh, you didn't get it? Oh, shoot. All right. I sent it. Let me see if is this your email, living and productions at Yahoo. If not, I just sent somebody else whose name is Malcolm Walker. Did I send it? Oh, okay, cool. I was about to say, then somebody else got it. All right, we're about to have a guest on here. Longtime friend of the channel. He's about to jump on the stream. Keep this conversation going. All right. We are just waiting for him to jump on. And if anybody ever wants to jump on the stream in the future, you just let me know. I'll send a link to you, especially for all those who are pre-verified, meaning I've known you to be on a stream for the past couple of years. Oh, I think we got somebody. Cool. We got Brother Malcolm. They will need to connect their mic and cam before I can add them. So once you get your cam and mic connected, we're going to be good to go, brother. Okay. I see you here. There we go. Welcome to the show. Hold on now, Malcolm. We got to do it good. Welcome. Hey, man, you haven't been on the stream for a while. This is good to see you.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. How have you been?
I've been good. Been busy. I haven't had a chance to get out and play with the fun stuff so much. I've been actually had to get all my stuff out the other day to just get it organized and put stuff back with what camera and what system goes with what where. So it's the mess you're seeing me in here right now.
Hey, you know what? Trust me, my mess is just right out of frame.
Yeah.
So, let the world think I'm neat, but I have boxes out, camera bags, and stuff I have to pack for next week. So,
yeah.
What do you have going on? Anything coming up?
No, not right now. I don't have anything. I've been on the fence of really just listing the FX3 and all my APS-C stuff to maybe upgrade to the FX2, but I can't get over the loss of 4K 120 or some of the other things the FX2 doesn't do as well as the FX30. So I haven't made my mind up yet, but I'm not. Turn this gain down. It's a little loud. Yeah, just trying to figure out what direction I'm going to go.
And is it because you want to go to full frame? Is that it or something? Or
yeah, I thinking about it. I really like, like I said, I've got my full frame, photography cameras, and I got all the lenses, so it's not a big deal to switch to the full frame body on that. The price point was right for me, and even though the tariffs obviously jacked that price back up, but it drops on sale every now and then, or even picking up a used model would be fine with me. But I could probably clear out the FX30, my APS-C lenses, and my two. I think they're in a bag over there.
Gotcha.
Anamorphic, APS-C glass, and easily get into the next body. But I just haven't decided yet. I'm really torn on doing it.
Yeah, I know the tariffs kind of messed me up because if King Kruk is still watching, and then all of a sudden tariff bumped up the Pixis 12K $500 more. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
And it's not 12. It's not even like it's $1,200 more. $500 more. It's that it wouldn't have even been there. They didn't plan on pricing it that. So I'm literally paying more for nothing.
Yeah.
And that made me stop. And I was like, so I totally understand. I honestly, it's slow. It impacted me on my buying decision for sure. I'm way more methodical. Like, do I really need to? Where do I benefit from doing it? Knowing you're paying that tax, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's do you write it out or see what's going to happen? I think, even from the past before the tariffs hit, I think we were being conditioned to pay more for bodies than they were. So it's not a huge surprise to, I think, a lot of people that when they start seeing $4,000 or $5,000, midline bodies, because their top of lines are now 6,000 or 7,000, which they've been there before, but obviously camera's doing a lot more stuff now, and what do you give up in price point?
No, yeah. I remember like what was it, D850? Must have been around $3,000,
Yeah,
and
I mean,
now the Z8 was $4,000. You know what I mean? So
right, and like the Sony A7R5, which is I wouldn't call it dated, but it's going to be replaced, I think, probably next year. But that one is 4,000 to 4,500 bucks, and I
oh
think that,
wow.
and they've actually just announced the sales for the Christmas time. It's actually $900 off. I think you can get it for like $32.99. So
Oh,
that's a good deal on that camera, and it has, I think, 8K capability for 8K 30. But
oh, it
you
has.
know the one thing I do like about the cinema line with the FX30 and the FX3 and the 2 is the fan, and
Mm,
all my photography cameras, when I run them through video, you run into overheat problems no matter what you're doing. And I live in Texas. It's hot in the summer when you're doing events, and the FX30's never faltered once in 100-degree plus, temps.
really?
So
That's really good. So,
yeah.
so
So I mean,
even
it's
if you,
probably
oh, I'm sorry.
it probably contributes, that it's an APS-C camera. It's not running the full frame sensor, so
Yeah.
that's less heat load, obviously. But I've stressed it. I have my own video of me stressing it, and it's never hiccuped in heat. Never even got a warning.
And I'm guessing it's humid as well.
It can be. It's not as humid as it can be, elsewhere. We're pretty dry out here, but direct sun. There's not much shade you can get into, and it's going to be 100 110 in the summer easily. I've had it on the gimbal. I usually on the gimbal I run an external battery on it, so that's one less thing that builds temp inside it. But even that, it's still I haven't had any issues with it.
Oh, that's really good to know. And um that is good to know. I'm
And
just
that
curious what the next stage for that system would be.
Yeah,
Um,
and that's where I thought, well, maybe the FX2 is a good answer for me because it would be one. It's got the viewfinder. It's basically the Sony A7 IV in the cinema body with the fan,
oh, it
so it
is.
can it can handle the video side of it really well. But it's also has full photo mode with an actual shutter in it, unlike the FX30, which is electronic. So
Mm.
I've never wanted to pick up my FX30 to go take pictures. I've got got my other cameras for that, but when I owned the A7 III, it was strictly my video camera, and I never took photos with it, even though it's a phenomenal photo camera. So I thought maybe the FX2 would be a good hybrid option for me.
Yeah.
I don't need the full-on professional stuff. I'm not doing big enough projects that require that, and I'm just doing simple stuff locally for people, and that's and then it's my own hobby, which has been kind of null right lately, and I'm going to be downsizing beginning of next year, so I'm going to stay quiet probably for a while on my channel.
Oh,
I've got to actually move houses, so we've got a plan in place to do that, and we're going to be, like I said, a lot of this equipment while I'm getting it out, going through it, is it's going to get sold.
oh, wow. Oh my God. Is there any particular reason why you want to do that?
Um, it's pretty much the best answer is like a lifestyle choice right now. It's like
Copy.
house is incredible. I love this space. I have the studio space. It's phenomenal. Unfortunately, it comes at a cost every month, and it's just
Jeez.
coming to a point of like, well, I'd like to plan to do other things also. So we've got some opportunities happening, and that's what we're
Cool.
going to go with. So well,
Awesome.
yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of recording this winter. Doing catch up in the studio here, and you know, putting my place, out there that this existed at one time, but it'll go to something much different.
Yeah, he said go to well, next year I'll be moving to Michigan.
Nice.
So similar reasons in terms of like I don't know if downgrading, we think it's an upgrade, but compared to
Yeah.
California, everything's a downgrade, right? To how much it costs. So
Yeah, for how much it costs, yes.
yeah, but we'll actually be spending a little bit less, but definitely getting more compared to here, you know? And in the long run, it's like a lifestyle thing, kind of like what you're saying. It's like, what's my priorities? I love doing what
Right.
I do, everything else. So how can I live where I can do what I have a passion for and not kill myself, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Basically, that's where we're at right now.
awesome, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm all for it. And life is short, and you know, shit, I'm gonna live life for me. You know, and I like seeing the same faces on YouTube. That's why I had to talk with my girlfriend, and then I was like, you know what, the streaming thing, I have some every time I go, I see the same faces tuning in. I was like, I'm gonna do it for these 10 people that like tuning in. I don't care. And it brings me joy, and it's good to see everybody, you know,
Yeah.
and that's what this is really about. And honestly, like working all the time and doing that, that's a necessity, but would we be doing that if we had to, right? So it's like that
Right.
I'm trying to find that balance in an economy that you really don't know what the hell's about to happen.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that
We're gonna clean up, some stuff. I'm gonna really downsize, what I have, because I've got a lot of equipment and gear that I've collected over the last 10 years and of doing this hobby. And that's another reason why I'm thinking about selling the FX30 is just I can get rid of 5 pieces of gear and turn it into one and still have excellent results. So
yeah.
why not? But uh, yeah, it's just it adds up to a point. When you're starting out, you're trying to buy as much stuff as you can to do stuff, and then it becomes overwhelming at a point. But the one thing I'm here in Texas. I like Texas a lot, but property taxes is a killer, and it
Oh,
just keeps
really?
going up.
Mm.
Insurance rates keep going up. It's all based off of values, and it's just getting to a point for me that I'm like, man, we want to do some more traveling. We
Yeah.
want to go see some more stuff, and right now we're just call it house broke.
Well,
you know,
it's funny. We were talking about the same thing. You're like, oh, what's Michigan like, etc. And it's like, no matter what, there's certain things that just keep going up. And it's
hmm
like, it's a fucking, excuse me, it's a
yeah,
racket. You know, it's a racket. And it's made by design. That's how the politicians get paid, all these taxes and stuff.
yep,
And why do none of them, I don't care who you vote for, they never leave anything less than a millionaire. That's suspicious as hell to me. So I'm like, that's why we're making this move for us. And if you're making your move for you, your wife, etc., and you get to travel one more extra time, whatever it is for you, then mazel tov, go do it, man.
yep,
That's we got we shouldn't be living our life for them. Like that's crazy. Working and sweating and whatever.
yeah,
Like the hardest thing for my week should be coming on this damn stream thinking about what I'm going to talk to you guys. you know, uh,
yeah,
so thank you, drunk wedding photographer. Really appreciate it. But really, it's like the 10 subs that continuously jump on my stream, like you. And I'm like, hey, let's rock and roll. Let's talk some ish.
yeah, yeah.
Um, so I
I,
do
I,
miss the streams though.
I Yeah, I've been wanting to get on and do them more often. I'm hoping this winter I'll get a little bit more settled in. I'll be able to get in and do some more. Uh, I have a lot of videos I want to cover with the gear I have currently while I have it before I get rid of it. So I want to do that. Just haven't got around to doing it. It's getting up here to do it,
Yeah.
and that's one of the other things is like this room. While it's great, it's very separated from the family. So just editing, I have an absolute dream studio in here. It's like just my own space. I can keep everything up here. It's all set up, ready to go. It took me no time to really get set up and recording tonight, but there's a cost to it,
Mm.
and we're just that space, the area that it's like I said, I have to like basically excuse myself from everything else going on in the evening to come up here, and I
To
don't
do
really
it.
like that. So this new setup we're going to be going to is something familiar. So it's nothing. We're not making a drastic cross state lines move. We're doing something easy, but
Yeah.
it just then to lighten the load and do it, and then hopefully there's more time to do other stuff. It won't be so cluttered by the existence of all this stuff to try to, that
Oh,
actually draws you down from being able to be creative.
well, if that's what it takes, then that's what it takes.
Yeah.
And I'm no like I said, you know, from a photographer, from a creator's perspective, I do what it takes. If I have to, you know, I have no shame in my game. If I need to get this camera for whatever gig or whatever I'm doing and eat rice for a few weeks, like, shoot, pass the salt and pepper, okay?
Yep. Yep.
So, and you got to do what you got to do. And there's never a shame that will come from me to anybody who does what they have to do, right?
Yeah.
And right now, that's where we're at. And it's even harder pressed, not only just to live, but also the cost of our gear to do what we do. And with these tariffs, which are just ultimately another tax on us, is the way I look at it. I don't care. I don't care how they spin it. I really don't, because there was no need for it in a sense. I think there were made better means to have leveled the playing field than just hitting us directly in the pockets like this, because it hits mostly regular Americans, let's be honest.
Yeah.
So but with all that said, let's get a little bit happier here. Okay.
Well, okay. I gotta excuse myself for a second.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have something come up I have to go take care of. So pause me out for a little bit. I'll be back here in about hopefully 10 minutes.
You got it. Go for it.
Okay.
All right. That was a quick little how can I say, interruption by a good friend, Malcolm Walker. He has an awesome channel. He live streamed too. I believe his was Tuesdays, and it was all about Sony. If you want to know more about Sony, you got any question, he's like a freaking encyclopedia when it comes to Sony. So go check out his channel, Malcolm Walker on YouTube. He is an awesome go-to resource for Sony. And what I'm thinking about, like, if I hear Sony news, it's not that I don't ever want to talk about it. I'm just not familiar with Sony like that. I have no shade with Sony or anything. I just don't know about the system a whole lot, so I don't want to just talk about it. Perhaps I'll see if Malcolm is down to be like a guest host when it comes to updating what's going on in the world of Sony. Okay, I think that I have no problem knowing or admitting I'm not an expert on all cameras. If it's Panasonic, if it's Nikon, I got you. Okay, I got you. But there's so many systems I have no clue about, but I respect what they're doing. We got John Ishii in the house. Where's the win button? Come on now. He needs this one. Final Fantasy, y'all. So we have world famous fashion photographer Robert. Oh man, say it ain't so. Good to see you, John. Really is. I see you dropping your vids. Yeah, I was thinking about you the other day, John, actually. I was thinking about you. I was like, I'll be quite honest. I like to see other YouTube content creators that come at photography and approach their perspective way differently than mine. And it's really nice. You have a great analytical and approach. You really get into specs and this, that, and the third. You know far more about the history of cameras and this, that, and the third than me. And I like to see that. And I'm glad it's out there because we need it. It's kind of like Three Blind Men and an Elephant. I think that's his channel. I like his approach. It's very not bare bones, but like straight, raw. This is what it is. No special effects and fucking sound effects like me, but it's raw and it's real and it's great. So check out John Ishii's channel. It's good stuff. So shout out to you. Thank you for stopping by. John is another long time stream watcher, that's for sure, from the other side of the planet, believe it or not, everybody. I'm just so impressed with all these new that's why you get into so much trouble. Yeah, you drop that tech knowledge of details and they can't they try to stump you over it, right? What is AI? This TikTok is interesting. Let me tell you, folks. I just use it. I don't get it half the time. But for anybody on TikTok right now, you want to come join the YouTube channel because then you can see the live chat. You can see the split screens. You can also hear all the sound effects I got going on. Okay. So if you feel like you're not getting enough of an experience, it's because you're not on my YouTube channel. But yeah, John, I can totally see that. But I appreciate it, because I know, I mean, we don't hang out every day, but I know enough of you to know that you're a genuine human being and you're dropping some signs. And some people, they just love to hate, They always think they know that much more. I get that all the time in my comments. It's like, well, actually, this camera does. I'm like, calm down, brother. Okay? Your camera won't explode because I said this about it. Gee whiz. Well, actually, you're wrong. It's a 119 frames, not 120 frames. So, it's like, calm down, brother. It's all good. All right. It's just YouTube. Go listen to the people that agree with you on everything. In the meantime, while we're waiting for Malcolm to come back, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that share, and that like. All right. And when you hit that icon, I think I only have like 5% of somebody of subscribers that hit the bell icon. That gives you the notification of when my content, as well as when I go live, pops up. Just to let you know. You got a request, John. You're getting a request, John. Where's the X2D Mark II review from King Kruk? Yeah, he's gonna come at you, King Kruk, for sure. Every time I go live, he's coming at me. King Kruk was the one who instigated me and pushed me over the top, like I needed it, to get the Viltrox 135 f1.8 lab lens and the 16-1.8 lens live on this stream. Okay, because of him, I went $1,500 in on those two dang lenses. Uh-oh. You getting called out, John. You getting called out there. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, notice my light. Oh, my light went out. I gotta add a different light because it's a little dark back there, isn't it? How about if I let me see if I can add a cool light back there. Watch live as I add some light. It's a little dark back there, isn't it? There we go. Let's see how that is. Let's see how that. There we go. We added a little bit of color back there. It was very flat without that color. So I have a LED light right here with a grid, and that's what giving me some separation. It was too dark back there. I didn't realize my other light, the internal battery, died. Usually I'm using this right here. You guys saw me review this 10-watt LED light. It's really, really good. Let me cover up my eyes. There we go. This is a really good light. Made out of metal. It has 3 1/4-inch 20 screws, one there, and one here, and one here. Comes with 20 little filters on it. And it's USB-C charged, which I like a lot. That's really cool. This thing right here for anybody on TikTok. Oh, I have a message. Let me see this message real quick. Okay, I'm not sure what the message is, but right on. Thank you, whoever sent the message. But yeah, this thing is awesome. This thing is really good, especially if you want to light the background really well. Again, it's only 10 watts. It's my playlist about 2 months ago. Okay, there you go. Shout out to that. Rob, you're holding the bag. That lens didn't make a splash. And I am, man. I'm sorry. Hold on. Oh yeah. My lighting looks solid. I'm really picky about my lighting. Cool. Now I'll get my headphones back on. Sorry about that. John, we're waiting for an update on that saga. That way we can decide, do we go with Fuji or Hassie? Wee! Shots being fired for King Krunk. He wants some requests. Rob, thanks for putting them on the light. Easy way than setting up the aperture. Absolutely. Yeah, this is a really cool light. I really like it. I mean, this thing is really good. I wish the battery life is a little better. Like, I don't know, 4 hour. It lasts 4 hours. That'd be nice. But it's 10 watt internal battery. Solid build. Very good choice. Very good price. It is available on Amazon for sure. Okay. So anyway, it's not a product drop or anything. It died on me. Okay. I just wanted to share it with you. All right. I've been using a lot for videos, but that's how I usually like the back. But I kind of dig this too. What I like about this is a newer 150 watt light. And what I like about this light is that it, well, obviously you plug it into the wall. It's 150 watt. It comes with a micro Bowens mount, Bowens S mount, but it has an adapter it comes with. And you can control it on the newer mobile app really, really well. Very responsive. So that's what I have hitting the back there. All right. I think I might just do that for just because it doesn't rely on a battery. I do like that. All right, let's see here. We get some requests for John all through my chat here. Thanks for putting me on a light. It's easier way. Yeah, absolutely. Check it out. It's only like $100 or something. It's not expensive at all. Matter of fact, let me see. Small rig, 10 watt flashlight. Oh yeah, look at this. Come on now. Look at this, everybody. This 10 watt light that I just talked about right here. It's only $52 on Amazon. And you can see I purchased it myself. They didn't sponsor me at all. $52.99. Definitely well worth it. I don't care. You can use it for hair light, rim light, edge lighting. You could use it for lighting up the scene back there like I was doing earlier. $52. This is what I'm going to do because I'm a gentleman. Because I'm such a gentleman, I'm going to take this Amazon affiliate link and I'm going to post it right here. Small rig, 10 watt flash light. Boom. All right. I just posted it in the chat. If you want to get this here, feel free to tap that link. $52.99. You cannot beat it. Let me end this thing. This thing is killing me here. All right. Whoever's on Facebook, well, the stream for some reason acting up. So I'm deleting that thing. Get it off my screen. Okay. So there you go. If you want, tap that link and you should be able to check out that light for yourself. He said it looks like a toilet plunger. What the heck? Oh, man. All right, John, I got you. If you're looking for a real deal moneymaker, would you hop? Oh, okay. See, you're talking about the medium formats or something, large format cameras. Do the heart thing. By the way, got my WPPI pass. Next step, the room, work in progress. Aiden Leibowitz is absolutely. See, that's I'm glad you mentioned that. I really do, because I bought my pass. What was it? Only $50 or no, it started at $50, but I think I got it for $100. All access pass, WPPI. Let's take a look at this. You know what? Let's bring it to the chat, okay? WPPI Expo. Check this out, everybody. Let's take a look together. Oh, John. I mean, Malcolm, you're on board? You good? Okay. I think I just added you. Are you there? Yeah, there you go.
I might be there.
Yeah, you're good. All right, okay. Check this out. WPPI, right? This thing right now, let's see. I got it for $100. Got it for $100. Let's see how much it is now. Does it say? Well, I got it for $100. You guys got to check it out for yourself, okay? But it's March 1st to the 5th, and look who is going to be the main attraction. This is pretty cool. Annie Leibovitz, keynote speaker. I guarantee you that's going to be a packed house. It's going to be ridiculous. Because when I went there and they had oh my God, why is she on the tip of my tongue? The female fashion and beauty photographer. Oh my God, she's on the tip of my tongue. I see her face in my head. Anyway, when she was there, it was packed then. So I could imagine this is going to be a packed situation. Have you ever been to WPPI, Malcolm, or no?
No, I haven't been to that one. I've been wanting to go to that one. I got to go to CES last year or this year, but otherwise I haven't been to that one.
Oh wait, I got to do the CES for sure. It looks fun. It looks real fun. But this time we got Annie Leibovitz, and I can honestly say this is going to be very cool. Very, very cool. I actually listened to, someone bought me her masterclass, like 2016 or so. You know, it was pretty interesting. It was good stuff she dropped. But like I said, right now, I believe it may still be at $100 for full access for every day for those who want to go. Okay. I have a great time. I love going to WPPI, and tons of photographers. Let me see if it shows you the price quote. No, of course it won't. Start another. Oh, does it say the price? No, it doesn't. But I love going for multiple reasons. I like networking, and I like being around other photography nerds, quite honestly. Did anybody go last year? Because I'm wondering about the Rio hotel. Like, how is that experience? You know, so, but it looks like it's going to be a good old time, though. I definitely can't wait. It's a nerd fest. Like, it's like a Star Trek fest, but for photographers for sure. I love it. You know, so either way, and one thing I will be doing, everybody, is I will be going live on the expo floor. So I'll touch a bunch of stuff. And so if you want to see me touch a bunch of gear, I'll be doing my famous touch tour at the WPPI Expo. So you definitely want to stay tuned for that. I know that's like 5 months away, but I will be there, and every day I will be creating content. So if you can't make it, you can live vicariously through my channel. Who would have thought? I'm such a nice guy. Can you believe that? All right. So let's see here. I think we got a couple of comments. Let's see this comment here. Do you have any we're in a group chat. Bango. Cool. Sorry about that. Rob, do you have any experience with the Nisi magnetic ND filters? I do not. Have you ever tried those, Malcolm, or no? The Cine lenses?
I have not.
But that sounds like honestly, magnetic. I would save a lot of time being able to use magnetic ND filters. That's for sure.
I remember seeing some, and I thought that would be the hot ticket, because it's when you're using like step rings and they get stuck together and you're trying to swap out or do something, that's just a hassle to try to get them all apart.
Totally. And to get on the other one. Like if you just want to change them up, the power, if you don't have a variable one. And so I
Mm-hmm.
can imagine how much time you could save. I would love to review them if Nisi sees this, if they want to throw us sub, let's talk about it. But that would be freaking awesome. Let's see here. We got a feeling this round is the one to go. Yeah, I do. I agree. I think this is going to be a phenomenal expo this year. I agree. I think Whoops. This is going to be.
Oh, what was that?
I agree with that guy. No.
Yeah, right.
No, I think this year's expo is going to be awesome. I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to go every time, but going to DPI, going to WPPI for me is like going to be around people who is just as nerdy as me, and that feels pretty cool. I don't care what anybody says. I think WPPI is the photography nerd fest, and let's fully embrace. And it's probably the safest place to have your gear. Let's just be honest, okay? Everybody has their own camera, and the worst thing is, what camera do you have? You have to answer that question a few times.
So when I was walking around CES, of course, a lot of people have camera equipment. They're walking around doing reviews, product stuff. They're streamers, you name it. Everybody's there. There's some very serious rigs there. There were some, people with just gimbals like myself. It was almost too, as a solo creator, it was very too much just to have everything with me. I would downsize so much next time I go and keep it very light and simple, because you're on your feet all day long.
Totally.
And but I never was worried about my gear, when I was holding it or sitting there, eating something at lunch. There was a lot of people around, but I always just, kept tabs on it. But I never got a feeling like I got to watch shit like a hawk. Like you
watch your back.
Like you're at a park and you're just like constantly just watching your back,
I agree on both accounts. Compared to last time I went there with two cameras, one being a ZF, and I think the other was maybe a Z8. It was definitely overkill. I think I'm going to do interviews with the Pocket 3 and just mic them up, because all I need is good quality 4K footage, and for talking head interviews, that's all you really need. And I would bring one camera just to take some good stills with, and that's about it, right? Maybe the Z6 III, and just to take some great still shots. And then I'm going to use my phone to stream live. So I'm going to bring a little gimbal for the phone, and then boom, bada bing. And I could put all that in a backpack. And I'm definitely going to keep it lighter. Don't bring more than 2 lenses if you have to. And even still, I think that's a lot.
Yeah, it's and like I said, the one thing I know I've learned watching your live streams out in the field like that is, it's the sound is more important than the camera that you're using to film the live stream. Because if and I know in the past, if it's windy or anything, some good mics that go to that phone will be excellent.
Exactly. And these mobile gimbals are phenomenal. I don't care what company you get it from. It could be China plus a China, and it's going to work great. And they're all from the same manufacturer. So I'm going to just put that out there. Okay. So they're all fine. And yeah, you do that and you have the stability, and they have the AI tracking now for your face. You throw on a good mic, and it doesn't even have to be DJI anymore or Rode. Like, you just need a mic with a windscreen, and you're pretty solid for cell phone or, something simple.
Yeah.
We're not creating a masterpiece by David Lynch right here. You know what I mean? And and to your point, all the live streams I've done on my photo shoots was just an iPhone and a DJI mic. And most of the time, that's what people complain more about the sound than whether I shoot vertical or horizontal.
Yeah, that's definitely the biggest deal, I think, when I'm watching any live stream. And I think I even made a mention to one of yours. I said, man, you got to throw some mics on or something, because the wind was so bad. And that's what's going to get people off your stream, is if the sound is annoying or they can't hear. I mean, we can deal with the the worst cell service video transfer you got, but if the sound's not good,
it's a wrap.
It's
No,
a mess.
and I remember that comment, and now every time I leave thinking I may stream, I always have that mic, and plus I'm not always close to the cell phone. Like people don't realize like your audio, like you have to be kind of close outside for it to sound good.
Right.
And when I'm shooting, I'm not near my damn phone, so you won't hear the nuances, or even if I want to give advice and I'm 10 feet away. So 100%. Matter of fact, talking about mics, I saw some killer freaking deals by DJI for their little mic minis.
Yeah,
they're under $100.
Yeah, I saw it at Best Buy the other day. I was like, holy cow, it was like $89. And I was like, that's a smoking deal for a little mic pack.
For 2 mics? Are you kidding me? And they'll hook up to any DJI product Bluetooth. So I think that's a phenomenal, like, there's really to your point, there's no excuse now to have bad audio.
Yeah.
So, but that also helps us out when we do go to these events, that we could really dumb down our footprint.
Well, I was over in Fort Worth, I don't know, a month or 2 ago for work. And, in the evening, I was in the stockyards. So it's all original cattle stuff there that, from the cattle drive era. But I wanted to go out and do a live stream. So one of the things I was trying to do was I learned I don't know, I can live stream using my cell phone, but film with my FX3. And I thought, well, that's really cool. But I had a problem with Wi-Fi connectivity initially, where the phone, the camera was requiring a good Wi-Fi signal to attach to the phone. I'm still playing with it, but here at the house, it works fine. But, it also gives you the option of, when it did finally go in and work for the little bit of time I was in an area where I had that good Wi-Fi connectivity.
Yeah.
The stream looked good, but as soon as I started walking away from it, I lost it, and then I couldn't get it back that night. And I think it was just like my YouTube account thought something weird was going on and like locked me out, so I could never reconnect. But even just having the phone there and having the camera set up somewhere, as long as it's connected, you could actually get a good stream out there.
Totally.
From your main camera. And I thought that's a really cool way to do a live stream, is just out in the middle of nowhere with your phone and a camera. That's it.
Yeah. If you get a wireless router, like I think T-Mobile and some other companies, they do that. It's like better than a hotspot. It's like a mobile Wi-Fi, whatever. Yeah. Like we looked at that, meaning me and my other person. Like I looked at it before, and if my stream becomes that much, like if I'm getting 50 plus people, and then I might consider it to do like really heavy quality stream on location. You ever heard of those IRL streamers? I think that's how they do it. They're like, it's called in real life streamers or Twitch streamers. Those people who stream for like 6 hours straight, like they have those things set up, and that's why their quality never seems to drop wherever they go.
I gotcha.
Yeah. We do have a couple of comments. Let's see. Oh, John Ishii's like, I wish I could go, but it's just too far. Yeah, he's on the other side of the planet, but at least a third of the way to the other side of the planet. But I wish
Robert will live stream for you there while you're there, John.
Yeah, I'll live stream on your behalf. Okay, don't you worry. I'll grab somebody's Hasselblad on your behalf and stream live from there. Yeah, she's your okay. Annie Leibovitz is your favorite, right on. Then we have Jose Villa will be speaking too. Oh shoot, it's going to be a good roundup. That's why I like, but getting that full access. Think about that full access. I think it's 4 days for $100. Are you kidding me? What expo gives you that value where you could go to workshops, see these talks, and chill out with all the gear for $100? Come on now, that's you can't. That's cheap for Vegas, for real. Like Vegas is expensive. He says hope I can make it to WPPI. It might be nice to meet you guys. Yeah, that would be great, man. I would love to meet you. We definitely got, if anybody goes to WPPI this year, we gotta take selfies. Look for me. I will have my black your Robert Silver shirt on, and I'm getting a new sweatshirt with that. So come follow me, come find me. Find me with my orange beanie. You guys tend to see me with my orange beanie. We're taking selfies. Damn it. Chinese settle down, don't miss that place at all. My original hometown. Miss my brother and sister who still live in PNW.
Pacific Northwest.
Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of where I'm heading. So John, did you? Oh, okay, copy that. I just saw your message. Hey, wait! Wow. I haven't seen Wayne in a minute. I'm curious, like maybe it's the timing of it, you know? I haven't seen. Oh, that's why. Didn't know you have a live stream today. Yeah, I posted. When did I post? I guess I posted like earlier, like this morning, that I was gonna do it. You know what?
I've been flooded on my YouTube that I don't ever get any of the notifications anymore, and I just happened to catch it because I turned it on and I saw the notification, but it doesn't. I'm not getting my forced notifications like I used to.
Wow, that's interesting. And does it help if I post 2 or 3 days before, like, hey, you know, like what do you say, coming soon? Does that help at all?
To me, no, because I don't know where I'm going to be at in 2 to 3 days. I think the day lead time's good, or the note's coming up in the evening.
Okay. But it's just the
because
notifications you don't
get.
It's
just I gotta go into my phone and look at my notifications, because it's like I don't get them anymore. But I get certain ones. I get certain pop-ups, and then I see them. But the major ones that I really care about, I don't get. And it's like, man, what's going on with that?
That dude. Now that my channel, I think, thank you everybody, but now my channel's like 17.1K. And now on the back end, YouTube's like, how can we make this better? What can we do? And all this stuff. And I'm gonna go yell at them. Shit. Like, what's the point of me telling you to hit these bell icons if you're not getting those notifications?
Yep.
So Wayne says morning. Maybe that's why I've been missing him, because I've been streaming a little bit earlier. Right. I think I did a couple that were like 3 o'clock or 4 to 6. And maybe that's why I'm missing Wayne. But I used to see Wayne a lot last year. So it might be because of that. You know, I see so many other streamers stream like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Who's that brother from Creative Live Cam? Brandon Washington, is that his name? But either way, he streams like in the afternoon. But maybe my guys, you guys want the evening. Good to see you, Wayne, teaching me how to use the ZR. Yeah, he's been going heavy with the ZR on his channel. Have you checked out the ZR, Malcolm, or no?
No, I haven't.
It is a pretty cool camera. I can't deny. I mean, for $2,100, it's a very good camera.
I know when I got to sit down to have dinner with one of the Sony execs, I told him, I said, listen, there's one thing that's going to make me change brands. It's going to be the Nikon, because they have the illuminated buttons on the on your cameras.
Yeah.
And I said, Sony needs to do that, because
they don't do that yet.
They don't do that. And as a somebody who likes to shoot at night or do astrophotography and has poor tactile feeling in your hands, lights help.
Or if you have gloves on.
Or gloves, yeah. So I told him, I got to give my input for quite a few different items, but that was one of my top ones. I says, I want to see a camera with lights in the buttons. I says, you guys do it in every other device you own or make since even the car stereo days back in the 90s.
Yeah, that's right, huh?
I said, give us some freaking lit up buttons.
Damn. Wow, dropping bombs on them. But that's a very good request. Seattle is nice, but I can't compete with Malaysia for sure. Oh yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Yeah, he's over. He's in Southeast Asia over there. Let's see here. Okay. Why don't you use your Z8 for video? Wow. That's a good question. You know, that's a real good question. Why don't I use a Z8 for video more? Well, first is I just got it back from the repair shop. Okay. So that was one reason. I wasn't able to, there was like I burnt out my HDMI port. That's pretty much what it came down to. I made a video about it, my $400 mistake video, where I shared that story. And basically, I burnt it out by using a cheap freaking knockoff V mount battery plate.
Ooh.
Thankfully, it short circuited and it sent like the power through the cord or something from the V mount plate and burnt and fried my HDMI port. And it happened to happened to this camera too. Before I realized what was happening, I was like, "Oh, let me switch the camera," and I kept the same cheap plate, and boom. And it wasn't the batteries because when I switched to a name brand, I switched to small rig, 0 issues on any camera. So it was that damn plate. And when I looked it up on Reddit and stuff, people were like, "Yeah, that's a rare issue, but it does happen." And so
don't you love finding that stuff out after it's happened to you?
Exactly. But you know what? It was only a $400 fix. Thank God.
That's nice.
And Lou, I have to make a video about this. Panasonic Nikon's NPS service is bar none amazing. Okay, dude, literally, I shipped it on Tuesday. They got it by Thursday, gave me a quote on Thursday, fixed it, and ready to ship back to me by Saturday.
Wow.
Okay, that is phenomenal.
That's very nice.
Right? Tell me that's pretty good, right? And $400, paid it online, boom, and they sent it back 2-day air. I was like, what? And I had it back by like that Tuesday. I was like, holy that's good. Dude, that's almost like Amazon status. So shout out to NPS, shout out to Nikon for that. But that's why I haven't been able to use my Z8 for video. Now, honestly, like one thing is the stabilization. Lumix stabilization, like when you get used to Lumix stabilization, man, you notice in post-production, you notice like the jitters you have to press stabilization on and all the stuff that I just didn't have to do using Lumix. And there's a lot of internal features that no one talks about that Lumix is packed with that are just basic features that other brands will be like a firmware update 10 years from now, you know, AKA Sony, sorry. And I'm like anamorphic support. That is so clutch. Open gate. That's a regular feature. Right? And once you have it, you realize why you want it. You're like, whoa, because you have a sensor and you're not utilizing the entire sensor. Can we talk about that? Like that, yeah. That's the whole point. And
does the Lumix have the, I don't even know what this, I forget what Sony calls it, but it's a pre-post processing for your stabilization. Does Lumix have something like that where you feed the raw footage into a program and it uses data from the camera to stabilize the footage?
I don't think so. I wouldn't be surprised if they had something, but I'll tell you the one thing right now. I just never, like you just saying that, I've never filmed footage where I needed to be like, damn, I wish there was something like that.
Yeah.
And because they have their IBS already is kind of renowned, kind of like Sony is with the autofocus, right? But they also have 2 extra features within their image stabilization. It's called active IS. They have electronic stabilization, which we all know, which makes it even better for walking and movement. And then they have active IS, which is like if you just handheld it and just stood there like a monopod or a tripod, I swear to God, the thing is rock solid. And
yeah, so yeah, the
once you have that, you can't go back.
Yeah,
it's really hard.
I agree. And Action Cam's kind of started that, and I think
yeah, it's hyper smooth.
Yeah, and so Sony originally made some really cool action cams, very capable. They made them up to 4K at that time. Um, they could record externally
Mhm.
if you know spent the money to do the wiring and all that stuff for them. But their stabilization blew GoPro out of the water, and then Sony just decided not to keep making them. And I always thought, and the moment Sony stopped making them, all of a sudden GoPros got really good.
Oh, the GoPro. I love my GoPro.
And
When you see me do my BTS photo shoots, like of me
yeah,
on the street, it's all with my GoPro.
and
And
I'm pretty sure that GoPro is using the Sony technology Sony had in their owns, and no
mm,
longer, and Sony's no longer selling that or fighting that battle. They just sold to their competition. But
well, you know
that
who's taking market shares? The DJI Action Cam.
yeah, and but that technology of using the sensor to move your image, it was phenomenal in the early Sony ones, and then when Sony stopped making new action cams, you know, GoPros got really good, and Sony did put it in. In fact, it's this one right here. They
Oh,
have
you
that
got
same
okay.
stabilization in their little ZV camera. Get this thing out of here. It's got a little rig in it. Uh,
Oh, yeah.
but it's my little point and shoot. But it's got that active stabilization in it where you can. Um, it gives it a crop, but it starts using the sensor to stabilize your image, and it
Mm.
works really good for video. And gives you a pretty nice, you know, 4K image. Um, the the other one that I was mentioning earlier, the Sony Catalyst Browse is what it's called. I had to look it up because I couldn't remember. Um, it takes the gyroscopic data from the camera and it logs it with the footage, and you put that into the software, and the software does the
Mm.
stabilization of your image on top of whatever stabilization you're using in the camera to further smooth it out by knowing exactly how the camera is moving when that footage was shot.
Oh.
And that's why I was asking if the Lumix had something like that, because I haven't heard it from anybody else, and it's kind of one of those unknown things with Sony. Now, I personally, I've used it the software a couple times. It works well. I
Oh,
don't like the massive crops you get in it because it does end up cropping the image if you're not shooting planning to use it. If that makes sense. Like I
totally. You
went
have
to
to
use
plan
it as a
ahead.
safety,
Mhm.
like oh, hey, this footage came out really shaky. I want to smooth it out, so I used Catalyst Browse, and then I didn't use it because it was too far cropped in to fix what I had because I
Yeah.
it was just bad footage is what it came down to. But the system, you know, it's there to do that, and it's a cool feature, and that's why when you started saying, you know, Lumix's stabilization, you know, I was curious what other systems they were using in it.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but if they do have it, but I can tell you right now, I've never shot something where I needed that much. Now, when I was shooting with the Z6 III recently, I think I put up the Z6 III ProRes RAW video test video. I had to use stabilization in DaVinci way more than I ever have using another system. And I was using manual lenses, and I was like, wow, wow, the difference between IBIS in this versus the Lumix S5 Mark II, which is like a 3-4 year old camera, was night and day. Now, was it horrible? Could you work with it? Sure. But man, it just picked up way more micro jitters than I would have expected compared to the Lumix.
Now,
And
is that are you like full rig setup in those comparisons?
yeah, I had full rig. Yeah.
I'm
And
just curious on the weight if you're handheld shooting it or if you had a weight difference in the camera rigs.
dude, I had a whole yeah, you'll see it in I had a rig.
Okay.
So V mount battery, base plate, handle, cage, the whole thing.
Hmm.
And that's why I was expecting a little bit better, right? But I just didn't realize, like, oh wow, Lumix really is phenomenal. Now, I'm not saying the Z6 III was bad and unusable. I'm just saying the difference was definitely was a difference.
Were you using native lens, and does the lens have any kind of stabilizations?
No, it was a manual cinema
Oh,
lens.
manual lenses.
I'll give
Okay,
you that. I'll give you that there, but I just didn't expect it that much for certain shots,
gotcha.
right? And so with that said, um, that could be a reason why I don't use the Nikon as much as I would for video. Like I'd be very comfortable picking up, which I do, a Lumix and just running it through its paces. But the inverse also happens too. When it comes to photos, I'm picking up a Nikon. I could be in pitch black and that thing focuses and takes a good photo. I'm like, oh shit. So
Yeah, that's always been my experience in every camera I've owned is that I have my photo camera, I have my video camera, and I
they're
there is
tools.
a separation,
Yeah.
and it's nice that it is that most cameras can all do the same stuff. There
Mm,
is a working process difference between the two, and that's where I really like the cinema line with Sony for video, because while I've had their mirrorless cameras for many years and they do shoot great video, the video is just not as good as it could be because the camera wasn't built for it.
I,
It's these add-on features, and they added in because video is huge now. You've talked about it for years now and how important video is in your workflow. And they have to cameras are able to do that. That's great. But when you're doing it for a purpose of actually shooting a video,
mm,
you need a video camera. You need a camera that shoots video.
no, I think, and I think that's why I haven't bought, and even any of the new Lumixes. I mean, I'm not sure if anybody noticed. I haven't really like, oh my God, I got to get this S1 II or S1R2. And those are great cameras. Trust me. I like picked through the specs and was like, what's the biggest difference in the improvement? Would this really be worth it for me? And I was like, I want that S1H II. I want a dedicated cinema, like filmmaking camera. Like if I'm making my next film, this is it. Now, which cameras do that for me? The Pixis, Blackmagic Pixis cameras for sure, the 12K for sure at that price.
Mhm.
And I'm like, all right, until I get to that, like it's either I get that or Lumix gives me an option that says this thing is going to take me to the next level for filmmaking for the next 3 to 5 years. Otherwise, it's like you said, the Nikon is phenomenal with photos. I'm good. And the cameras I do have, they're good. If I filmed with the S1 II, or if I got it for 3 grand, I might as well just wait to get 2 more grand and get the Pixis 12K if that was the case. It's like and yeah, I think to your point, Nikon is phenomenal at photos, even better. It could do phenomenal video. This is no shade. You could do your NRAW, you could do NLOG, ProRes
Yeah.
RAW, all internal. They did all internal before Lumix, which I thought was a L for Lumix. They should have smashed that. Um, so I think it's a very capable system. For me, it is what it is.
Yeah, and I'm still waiting for Nikon to release a video cinema camera like the C50 or the
Mm,
FX3, that is purpose driven, especially now that they've got red. You know, when we're going to see a baby red Nikon.
that's what I was waiting for. I thought the ZR was going to be a baby Komodo, like just a little bit more stripped down, maybe not global shutter, just a
Hmm.
stack sensor or something, where you could keep the cost lower, excellent low light, like a stripped down version of a Komodo X, or just a full frame version, right? Because it's still 35, super 35. So it's like I wanted a box version. I really was like itching for a box. If it was a box, not again, no shade on the ZR, but I was like, it's still mirrorless looking, and I'm like,
Hmm.
it does red codec, but I'm not gonna shoot in red all the dang time, an
Yeah.
R3D, and it's like most people won't. You're not. Stop it. You're not. You ever see the file size? You're not. So I was like, the Z6 III does ProRes RAW internal. That's good for most people, and it does phenomenal photos. So I think the value for me is still Z6 Mark III. It's a phenomenal hybrid camera. Let's check out I got some of these comments. You mind if I catch up on some comments?
Yeah, go for it.
Yes. Going to WPPI is about as much as 2 burgers in Las Vegas. Okay. Unfortunately, that is the case. Oh, see, same thing with John. He just happened to didn't get any notifications. He ran into the stream. So there you go. Yes, posting a notification helps. Okay, I'll make sure I post as early as I can just to let folks know, because now this is really interesting to hear people's feedback. Wow, you're lucky to learn an expensive lesson. Yeah. $400, ironically, is not that bad of an expensive lesson in photography. No. Right? Who was it? It was what's that brother's name with his stream? Brandon shit. Let me go find him now. Now I got to find him. Brandon Washington, I think it is. That dude lost like 10 grand or 100 grand. Yeah, Brandon Washington. He has a great stream called Creative Fam Live. Okay. And he lost, someone broke into his window of his car, lost like 100 grand worth of stuff.
Oh.
So $400? Shit. I'm not, it's a, pennies to an elephant. Wayne Maddock. Oh, Wayne comes in. I give Panasonic props for doing this. Since their camcorder days, they tend to give more than the others. Sony caught the younger folks with autofocus and video. Yeah, they definitely did, and they really were excellent at marketing. Like they really put like every vlogger, back in the days, what they call it, vloggers before influencers, like everybody got a Sony all of a sudden. No more Canon shooters. Like they just gave it to them, which was smart. It used to be Canon and Nikon, and then Sony became really number 1 in many areas. Gotta go, guys. Need to make more Mr. Who vintage camera videos. Awesome, man. It's great to see him, man. It really is. Yeah. I'll be off as well. Gotta go. See you at the shop, John. There you go. Shout out to you two brothers. Okay. Later, folks. Robert, put out notifications on videos a couple of days to a week, so I drop a message on your posts and videos when I see them. Awesome, man. I will do just that. Thank you. And I'm glad you guys are sharing all this. All right, Wayne, have a good one. Because sometimes I'm like, what is going on with all this stuff? And these algorithms, I swear they work against you half the time. I don't get it. I don't get it. They say only bold text on your thumbnail. You put bold and then that's too bold. That's too bold.
People don't click on that no more.
Huh?
That was yesterday's news. Now you got to do emojis.
And the dance, the new TikTok dance. I'm like, look, I've learned how to dance, tap dance, ballet dance, and y'all ain't watching. So I don't know what to tell you. So, but the notifications is a thing because they've really talked about, hey, press the bell and you're supposed to get it. And then half of you were like, I just bumped into you. So that's interesting. That's really interesting for me. So with all that said, Malcolm, I'm going to have to head out of here. I didn't know I was going to stay on for 2.5 hours.
Man. Yeah. Hey, before you do go, though, I was going to show you that. So far, I think Small Rig only has it for the Sony system.
Which one? What are you looking at?
Let me pull it back up here.
Time for bed. So hurry up.
My Alexa's telling my kids it's bedtime.
Oh, I thought it was telling you.
I think it's meant to do that too, but I don't know if I can share my screen here. Yeah, I can. Let me see if it'll let me share screen.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
All right. Can you see this guy?
Small rig adjustable Acra type plate. I don't see this. Let me see if it'll do it. No, it won't. Oh, wait. What the heck is oh, yeah, I do. Will it let me do it?
There you go.
Hey,
yeah, it's up.
That's cool. All right. Hey, shout out to StreamYard, I didn't know it lets my guests share screens. That's awesome. Okay.
Um, So this thing, I was hoping I could find it. I haven't found it yet, but there's this is a mount for the FX series cameras that Sony's got that holds and like holsters the screen out away and protects it, and then you've got your V mount battery pack creating that box style camera.
Yeah. I've seen this setup, not this one in particular, but like it'll turn your mirrorless camera more into a box kind of a setup, right?
Yeah, and there's another one called Fusion Rig, which I don't know anything about. It's on like AliExpress, and it's a similar setup where it creates that box style shape. But
Yeah.
Small Rig made it, and I was like, man, I bet you you're going to start seeing this thing come out for the Nikon or maybe the Lumix, the cameras to create that, because they pretty much all have that same folding screen now. So
Totally, the flip out screen. I saw a third party camera, brand create something like this. It's even bigger and it has like more screw holes all around it, so you could really make it modular and almost hide the fact that it's a mirrorless camera. Like it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And I like that. Again, for me personally, I gotta wait for that S1H Mark II, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna come. I've been screaming about it for like a year now, but it's gonna come. And when it does, I'm ready to swipe away. Trust me, just because I know. It's got to be better than the Pixis 12K. It's got to be something close to it at least. I don't think 6K is enough. I think it needs to be 8K, to tell you the truth, just to really poo-poo on the competitors.
Yeah.
Right? Like poo-poo on, it really needs to be the 8K, which they did. They did that when the S1R II. That's 8K. So they could totally do it. Anyway, I don't want to get back into that argument, but let's just see what happens. If not, Pixis may have to, if they don't do something by first quarter of 2026, I might have to just become a Blackmagic user all of a sudden.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because that software is awesome. You ever use the DaVinci Resolve?
Yeah, that's what I edit with.
It's so easy, isn't it?
It's come a long ways even in the last 10 years that I've been using it. It's been because I got it because it's free, and then you get into the studio version, and the standard free version gives you a lot of power.
I know, for free,
and then you buy nothing, like $300 for the studio version, and you get some serious powerhouse editing software. Yeah.
What I like about Blackmagic is that they include it with a camera.
Yes. I mean, or the keyboards, the editing keyboards they have, they include it.
Anything more than this A10 Mini Pro, because it didn't come with that. But like,
no, and I want that little A10 Mini Pro too.
Oh, you see me? I'm just all over the place. My thing turned off and the battery died. But either way, I love it. It's really clutch. And it's a way to bypass StreamYard. Like StreamYard, if you want to add more cameras, you technically are supposed to pay. But if you just use one HDMI port and use that switcher, you have 4 cams.
Got it. That's why I wanted it, because I do want to do like an overhead cam, B cam, and have that set up to do live streams. Or I'd like to do some live streams that are more technical, tear down, just see what's inside stuff, or stuff like that. And that thing would be clutch for that. And the other thing I learned tonight on your StreamYard tonight that it's new is it allowed me to share it to my channel.
Yeah, you could. So, you mean the stream, right?
Yeah, so we're streaming live on my channel now too.
Hey! What's funny is YouTube, aside from that, but yes, it does give you the power of that. YouTube does collaborate like Instagram does now.
Oh yeah.
So let's say if I if we make a video and we offline and we just do it, like we're doing now and discussing a topic for 10 minutes. And I post that video, I could send you a link and you click on it and then it'll show up on both our channels now.
Oh, wow.
As if we both posted it. So it shares to your audience, it shares to my audience, but it's one video.
That's cool.
That is freaking cool, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking in the future, I know you're going through a transition, but if any Sony news comes out, I'd love to get your input, because to me, you're the go-to Sony guy in my book, and you know a lot more than me, but it would benefit us both. So those are great creative ideas that now you could work with and collab and like take away half the workload, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No,
So,
I mean, it's more exposure for everybody.
totally.
I mean, my high on my channel tonight was about 4. It looked like, and 4 viewers that jumped in.
There you go. See?
So I mean, it's just,
hey, shout out to the 4 viewers.
yeah.
Hey man, here's the thing. It's like I always tell people, they're like, oh, I was like, we all start at 0. Let's not forget that. When people get to the big numbers and stuff, and I mean, I think it's phenomenal and that's great, but we all start at 0. Don't forget that. I don't care how big your channel is. Everybody starts at 0.
Yep.
So anyway, Malcolm, excuse me, Wayne. I'm looking at Wayne's name.
You're looking at
your
Wayne.
name. Oh my god! Yeah. I was looking at the chat here.
Sounds like you're done.
I am done, brother. It's a lot to talk for 2.5 hours.
Dude, it is. It is.
It really. Do you ever leave like tired afterwards?
Yeah, especially when you get, I'll be in my live stream and do all my main stuff. And you get a handful of people watching, and then you get like an hour in, you're like, oh, I'm ready to go. And then all of a sudden you get like 5 people jump in, they all become active, and you're like, okay, well, let's keep going. And
all right,
you're like, yeah, all right. And then you're done at 2-3 hours, and you're like, okay, I've got to go now. So I understand totally.
I was thinking about, dude, what do you think about this, man? What do you think if I did like a 12-hour stream just to see what's up? So like I would stay home all day, but I would literally just do stuff I normally do in here, which I'm in here 80-90% of the day anyway. And then because I have multicam, I'd be like, oh, today I'm working on this, and share the screen. I'm editing now. I mean, what do you think if I did like a 12-hour stream? Would that be nuts?
I think it'd be nuts. I mean, there's nothing stopping you, and what do you have to lose? Nothing. But it would really show the ins and outs to everybody who's, jumps on YouTube and sees, look at these creators who just, make videos and make a ton of money all day. Yeah, it's a little different than that when you get into it, and the amount of work you got to put into it. So
yes,
I think that would be a cool, just an idea just to do it. I mean,
okay, just for fun, right?
Yeah, I thought about doing a live stream while I edit. Like, here's the video I'm breaking down. Let's figure it out. And
yeah,
because that's something too that you don't see is if I watch you edit, you're going to do it completely different than I would ever edit. And if you watch somebody else, they're going to do it completely different than the way we do it. Now, we may learn things from each other and be able to incorporate that to our workflow, but editing is such a unique practice. There is no right or wrong way to how to achieve something. And that's something that you don't see shared ever.
Good point. I think you're absolutely right. I was like, oh, I could edit. That'll take up time. Just talk for some time. And I have this, look at this. My birthday here. You've seen this, right?
I got it. It's back there. It's built.
So I was like, I could do that live, right?
That'd be right. That'd be cool.
I think that'd be dope. Let me show people on TikTok. You got to get one of these, okay?
Yeah, right.
That's when you know you're a nerd.
Yep. That is the equivalent of the old Canon cup.
Oh, I had that lens. I had that one. It's
my pen holder on my desk.
Yeah, oh, dude. And then I got a Nikon version.
Oh, nice.
And it never really held the hotness, but it was cool looking.
Yeah.
Anyway, Malcolm, I got to really head out.
Yes, sir.
Eat some dinner finally. But okay, now you got me. I'm going to plan ahead and maybe a 12-hour stream, and just have fun. Cool. And you guys can hop on when you can and hop off when you have to,
Yeah. That'd be cool. That'd be a cool one. That'd be a cool one.
All right. Ooh. Anyway, man, thank you so much. Let me knock you off.
Yep. Have a good one, guys.
I'll see you soon. Okay, brother. And I'll email you ahead of time, just so that if you do have time to jump on for a minute for that stream. Yeah. Cool. All right, man. Have a good night.
Have a good one. See ya.
All right, everybody. You already know right now I am well overdue for a rest. Okay, I've been on this thing 2.5 hours. I had to put a charger on my iPhone here for TikTok. I'm going crazy here. All right. So with all that said, yeah, you already know when this song comes on, it means I need to get the heck up out of here. Okay. Oh man, we got 10 people in here again. See, Malcolm, you already know what time it is. This is crazy. So with all that said, make sure you go ahead and follow me on all the socials. All right, go ahead and go and follow me there. And I will be doing this yet again next week. I'm filming a film project, but stay tuned and I will make sure I will keep you posted. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Until next time, keep shooting, stay creative. Thank you for watching.